Hello, everybody. Louise Eddington, the Cosmic Owl of Cosmic Owl Astrology, back again with one last video to be scheduled for while I am away in the UK. So once again, I hope the world has not changed too much by the time this one goes out. But welcome back to Cosmic Owl Astrology. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the bell, and stay updated on all things cosmic. So this week, this video, I'm going to be looking at the weekly tarot, astrology and tarot forecast for June the 29th to July the 5th. There's a wild arc of transformation unfolding in that week as I prepare well ahead. And unusually, I pulled 3 major arcana cards for this one from the tarot, from the Red Threads Tarot. So I pulled the Death card. Remember, it's death and rebirth. But also I pulled the Cart, which is also known as the Chariot. And I pulled the Moon. And yes, I will be doing a full tarot reading at the end, so stay tuned. Also, just a reminder that Spiral Weave memberships are increasing on July the 1st. So if you listen to this before July the 1st, you could join the Spiral Weave membership either here on YouTube or on Substack. Cosmic Owl on Substack, and you will be grandfathered in at the old price of either $6.99 on YouTube or $7 on Substack. I can't do the exact dollars on YouTube for as long as you stay a member. But if you wait till after July the 1st, the price is going up to $9.99 or $90 a year. You can pay an annual on Substack. So, and the first Thursday Ask Me Almost Anything call is on July the 3rd. So you might want to get grandmothered in, at least give it a try. Also, my series book pre-order links are all going to be available below. There you can buy or you can order a signed copy directly from me. There are links to that below. I also will put the other purchase links. The publication date is July the 13th. I'm already selling. So many people have ordered signed copies. I did not. I'm going to be busy, but that's good. So I'm glad I'm doing this ahead of time. Anyway, let's go on to the astrology, and I will share my chart, and then we'll do the look at the cards in more detail at the end. So by June the 29th, we'll have had the solstice. I'm actually recording this on the 18th, before the solstice. We'll have had a Cancer new moon. Uranus is right at the end of Taurus. Venus is finishing her journey in Taurus in her own sign. You can see that Nessus and the North Node are still conjunct. That's not exact anymore. Oh, I've still got Urania in there, but never mind. But that is revealing the abuses of power all over the place. What else has changed? Hecate has gone direct. All these asteroids have been working together in Scorpio. But we start that week with the moon in Virgo. So I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up. And Mercury has moved into Leo and is heading towards a retrograde in Leo later. Okay, so the astrology breakdown for that first day. Well, we actually did start with the moon in Leo, and at 6:39 a.m. Eastern, the moon entered Virgo, moving to a more humble, work, practical kind of vibe for a couple of days. The main aspects are Venus over here is square to Pallas Athena earlier in the day, and this is beauty meets strategy. So that's at 24 degrees Taurus Aquarius. So how do we hold what's sacred while shifting systems as we are doing? Hugely, all right? Then we have a big aspect on June the 29th. Mercury newly in Leo will oppose Pluto at 3 degrees Leo and Aquarius. Now this is the same degree as the last Mars-Pluto opposition from April the 26th, which was the day of Pope Francis' funeral, just as a reminder. But this is harking back, okay, something really that probably began to die then is being spoken, revealed, or reckoned with. And these are themes of power, truth, and legacy. And I think we see this reflected in the tarot cards that I pulled. So that is a big opposition, okay, that is activating that last of 3 Mars-Pluto oppositions. I'd be watching for the news then. June the 30th, Monday, is a lot quieter. The moon will be in Virgo all day, and we have no major aspects. So this makes it a good day to digest the chaos and let the nervous system catch up. This is a good day for chop wood, carry water kind of activities with that Virgo energy, and doing the practical and the physical and things that are useful and meaningful. Monday, oh, sorry, not Monday, Tuesday, July the 1st. Okay, the moon starts the day in Virgo and will leave Virgo and move to Libra for a couple of days at 4:03 p.m. Eastern. Libra, the sign of the scales, a bit lighter, a bit bit more about finding that balance and more kind of harmony in your life after the kind of chop wood, carry water energy of Virgo. But before the moon moves into Libra, the Virgo moon will conjunct the south node and oppose that north node Ceres conjunction that I've been talking about. Yes, this is pulling apart, but it's still at the same degree. And really, this is karmic reckonings around service, sacrifice, and boundaries. And I'm going to say useful, spiritual, practical, mystical work in the world. Sorry about that. Okay, so Asteroid Lilith will also station retrograde on July the 1st. I call her the talk to the hand Lilith because she's the only physical embodiment of the Lilith energy in astrology. But this is, I've written the ghost in the machine turns inwards. Watch your dreams tonight. This is going in and finding kind of that kind of rebellious teenager energy where you've got to put up boundaries and do a big talk to the hand no energy. Okay. Also on July the 1st, the Cancer sun over here will oppose Centaur Pholus. And this I've put is a tiny spark, huge explosion. Pholus is kind of the lid comes off, Pandora's box kind of energy Centaur. This is about being mindful of overreactions or hidden triggers surfacing. And lastly, the moon, after moving into Libra, will oppose Saturn and Neptune in Aries. This is an emotional reality check. The dream confronts the limit. Where are you holding back from fully feeling? By the way, these videos are a bit shorter than my usual ones because I'm trying to do a lot before I I'm away in the UK visiting family. So on Wednesday, July the 2nd, Mercury over here in Leo, coming off that opposition to Pluto, right, will square Vesta at 6 degrees Leo Scorpio. Interesting, because that's right on my midheaven. But anyway, that's about me. This is sacred speech or secrets revealed. The hearth is challenged by the roar of expression everywhere. And then we have the first quarter moon. This is the crisis in action stage. It's at 11 degrees Cancer, Aries. Let me get that one for you so you can see it. So it's at that gateway number, a master number, new beginnings, doorway, going through a doorway, pillars as well of strength. And you can, sorry, it's Libra, Cancer, so it's the first quarter moon. What did I say? I can't remember what I said. Cancer, Libra. This something is demanding some movement here and some justice and truth and harmony and balance. This is balance seeking. This is in cardinal signs as well. So this is initiating some change based on threats to your basis of security in Cancer. The moon in Libra is saying, I really want to find some justice in this world, and it's time to take action in that respect. So Thursday, July the 3rd, the Libra moon has moved on and will oppose Chiron and Eris, who are still pretty much moving close together, because Chiron will station retrograde and move back towards Eris. They never move too far apart. So this could be relationship ruptures, but also it could be that justice rising, especially after that first quarter moon. And it's a day for balance through the wound, and the wound that the light has let in, and the key to healing as well. And then we have July the 4th. So yes, I'm going to be USA centric again here. The USA's birthday falls on a Venus day, Friday, July the 4th. And of course, the US chart will be activated because the sun, this means that the sun returns to where it was in the US chart, the 1776 chart. There are various other activations. For example, Saturn is sitting on the nadir, the very bottom of the chart, the very root of basis of solidity and security. And there's other activations too. So on July the 4th, this is the biggest day of that week. Neptune will station retrograde at 2 Aries. The dream dissolves the mask. Watch for idealism, illusion, or spiritual recalibration. Now, I thought I got the symbol up for this, so hang on, bear with me. Because this degree is also the same degree of the Venus star point that was back on March the 22nd during the Venus retrograde. So this is a powerful degree. And the, oh, I need to go up actually, sorry. Bear with me. So this degree, the Sabian symbol, is a cameo profile of a man in the outline of his country. And the key word is exploitation. Now, where did... Anyway, I think this is what's going to come to light as Neptune stations retrograde at 3 Aries, or 2 Aries, but we go up in the degrees. But this is really about integration and belonging and subjectivity and objectivity. So take what it means for you from that. But I do want to read you the Chandra symbol as well, and probably the Omega symbol, and then we'll go back to the and I think this is really also very, very relevant to what's been happening since March 22nd. So the Chandra symbol for this degree is old stone steps descending into darkness. Here is an invitation to explore what is deep, dark, and hidden. This degree has a craving to look into what has been lost or buried, and a persistent urge to visit those parts of the self which have been lost or denied. And the Omega symbol is a man shown a hidden portal to the underworld. So since the Death card is very Plutonian and Scorpionic, I'm going to say we are really being taken to look in the collective and individual shadow, right? So this degree knows how to access all that is hidden. The question is, does it want to go there? Is it ready to make the needed sacrifices to do this, to let go of its fears? This is very relevant for Neptune stationing retrograde. Neptune can be nebulous fears and things, but anyway, it needs to give itself time and be patient. If it nags or attempts to push itself, it will only generate an inner rebellion that will slow it down. So Neptune dissolves and moves slowly, but the dream dissolves the mask. As I said, this means watch for idealism, illusion, or spiritual recalibration, but also kind of like, people who have been in delusion or illusion may also start to get clarity. Anyway, the moon will enter Scorpio that day at 5:57 a.m. But we also have Venus meeting Uranus as well. So I'm going to take you back to that. Incidentally, I'm just going to quickly whiz you back again. The last time Venus met Uranus was in May of 2024, and they actually met at 2323 Taurus, which was the discovery degree of Ceres. Again, waking us up to our values and fighting for our values and what we value. Now, this one, though, is at this anaretic last degree. Sorry, where's Taurus gone? There it is. Look, it's at the last 8 minutes of Taurus. This is, intense. This is crazy. This is really like, I've had enough. I'm going to shake things up. This is breakthroughs, ahas, all kinds of things like that. It's also electric love and radical values, but it could also be financial shocks. Either way, Uranus is expect the unexpected. Okay, so that is really powerful. And yeah, Neptune stationed retrograde a little bit before that. So later that day, we also have the Sun over here, square to Ceres. So now the USA's, and it is on the USA's holiday, so I am going to keep going there. Where's Ceres gone? There she is. So this is at 10:54 a.m. The Sun is almost at 13 degrees, which is the degree of the Sun in the USA independence chart. Square to Ceres. What's happening? This is not meeting our needs. This is not nourishing us. This is not nurturing us. This is not nurturing my being. This is not nurturing others. And this is, this hurts kind of thing. So there's going to be some, this just adds to this radical change, okay, as we look what does not nurture us or nourish us anymore. And then Venus will enter Gemini. And it's time to be more sociable and flirty. So that's at 11. See how this is all happening as we wake up in the USA. But anyway, this is time to talk love, flirt with ideas, and dance with desire. Gemini is very movable and mutable and fun and useful, but it's going to also bring some big conversations, right? Lastly, we also, and I'm not going to move the chart for this one, Mars over here in Virgo, also a Mercury guided sign, will trine Pholus, takes the lid off, right? And fast action will meet a fated spark. And if you remember, the Sun just opposed Pholus. So Mars may be taking action on what has come to light in the couple of days leading up to July the 4th. All right, and I suspect there's going to be some protests, more protests that day, right? So the last day of this week is Saturday, July the 5th. The moon will be in Scorpio all day. No major aspects, but do not let that fool you. This is a major integration day, right? The moon will actually, make some watery aspects. There's going to be a lot of emotion around on just Saturday, July the 5th. There could be some disruptive events on July the 4th, either positive or less so. So just be mindful of that and, peaceful. But it's all very powerful. So onto the cards. We'll finish with the cards. Then I'm going to give you a sum up for that week. So again, the Death card, the Chariot, and the Moon. So this is, I'm just going to kind of hold them like this. This is an initiatory triad. This week we're being asked to release what is dead, take the reins of our becoming, and dive deep into the mystery. The card reminds us that the road forward is earned through courage and balance, and the moon whispers there's more to this story. Keep listening in the dark. So to summarize, there's the cards again. Oh, there we go. Death, the card, the moon. Big week again. To summarize the whole week, this week rips the veil and then hands you the reins. Expect truth bombs, inner awakenings, radical relational and personal shifts, Venus, Uranus, and Sun Ceres, and the Death card moon progression tells us you can't go back, but you can steer towards liberation, even if the road is still moonlit and uncertain. So if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your fellow cosmic travelers. And if you want deeper daily updates, join me in the Spiral Weave on Substack or on YouTube. And again, I'm putting this out just before the end of June, and prices will rise on July the 1st. But if you're locked in now, you will be grandmothered in to the old price. So I'll see you in the mystery, and don't forget to check out my book. There's a website called sacredthreadsimprint.com where that's my publishing house website because I actually publish myself. As I record this on the 18th of June, there's currently only a pre-order signed copy order link, but very soon there'll be the general pre-order links for everywhere. And as you get this, I will be arriving back in the USA, ready to go. Buy my book, buy my book. I'm so excited. I'm on some podcasts. You'll hear me talking about it quite a lot. I'll probably do some short videos while I'm away with the actual book. I love you. I will see you in space and in the mysteries. Bye.